Welcome to Roa Perfect classes. In this video, I will discuss about graph theory, which is most important topic for GATE exam and UGC exam both. Now, first I am going to tell you what topics I will cover in this video. First topic is types of graphs. Second, isomorphic graph. Then Euler's path. Then Euler's circuit. Then homomorphism graph. Then bipartite graph. Complete bipartite graph, Hamilton path, Hamilton circuit, then K regular graph, planar graphs, graph coloring, and complete graph. Now, first of all, I am going to discuss what is graph theory. What is graph theory? Graph that is represented by G, and graph is equal to V comma E. V means vertices and E means edges. You can say graph is a set of vertices. Vertices also known as nodes, and set of edges. It means graph is a combination of set of vertices and set of edges, and set of vertices represented by V and set of edges represented by E. Next point, what is isolated nodes? Isolated nodes means a node which is not adjacent to any other node, that is known as isolated node. You can see here A and B, both are isolated nodes. Second one, adjacent nodes. Adjacent nodes means any pair of nodes which are joined by an edge. Example, A and B node. When we draw this line, this is the edge, and this edge joins two nodes A and B, and A and B both are adjacent nodes. Next one, directed there are two types of edges. Edges, two types. One type is directed, in which no direction, in which you give a direction like this, A to B. This is a directed edge. Second type is undirected edge, in which no direction is given like this. You can say directed means ordered pair of vertices which represent A and B and directed from vertex A to B. And undirected means unordered pair of vertices and which represented as A, B. You can say disregards any sense of direction and treats both end vertices interchangeably. Now next type is self loop. This is also type of edge. Self loop means, for example, you have given A vertices. When we draw like this edge, this is known as self loop. An edge which joins a vertex to itself, it is called loop, and that is represented by like this a comma a, or you can say that is equal to a. Now next one is parallel edges, or you can say multiple edges. Two or more edges. Two or more edges joining same pair of vertices. Joining same pair of vertices like this A, B. Now I am going to discuss types of graph. Types of graph. First is undirected graph. Undirected graph. A graph in which every edge is undirected is known as undirected graph. Example A, B and given C. When we draw edges for joining these vertices without any direction, that is known as undirected graph. Second type is directed graph. Directed graph. Example A, B, C. When we draw like this edges A to B, B to C, A to C, I have given here arrows from this point to this point, from this point to this point, and from A to B, and this is given as a direction. In a graph in which every edge is directed, that is known as directed graph. Third one is multigraph. 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 In multigraph, you can see A, B, C. When two lines, two edges are drawn on same vertices, that is known as multigraph, like this. You can see here, this is one line draw, second line and third line. Any graph which contains some parallel edges called multigraph. You can see here like these are drawing like this. 1, 2, and then you can see here this is a C, this is A and this is B, and these two lines are parallel. And any graph which includes some parallel edges, that is known as multigraph. And now next type is complete graph. Complete graph. A complete graph is that graph in which every regular graph need not to be complete, but every complete graph is a regular graph. It means complete graph means between any two different vertices there is exactly one edge. A complete graph is a simple graph. A complete graph is a simple graph with maximum number of edges. With maximum number of edges. And number of edges in complete graph n bracket start n minus 1 over 2, and degree of complete graph, or you can say each vertex of complete graphs, can be calculated by n minus 1. How to calculate? How to calculate degrees of directed and undirected graph. Undirected graph. Here I am going to draw one graph that is directed. A, B and C. You can see here. This is a directed graph, and now I am here drawing undirected graph like directed graph. Here A vertex degree is, you can see it starts from A to B. So on A, its degree will be degree of A, that is equal to 0. And on B, degree of B, that is equal to 1. Degree of B is equal to 1. Here degree of A, 1 is 0 and another degree is 2. Here degree of C is 2. Degree of C is equal to 0. What is the difference between all these degrees? You can see here I have written here 2 degrees. Here 1 degree is given, that is known as in degree, and another is out degree. First is in degree and other is out degree. This is in degree, out degree. You can see this is tail and this is front side. Where this symbol of arrow is show, this is known as in. From A to B, for A it is out, but for B it is in. So that's why in degree B is equal to 1, but in degree of A is 0. Here A to B C means A is from here A to C, A to B. For these both are out. So that's where 2 degree of A in out degree, and out degree of B is 1 and in degree also 1, because one arrow symbol comes from A to B and one arrow symbol goes from B to C. You can see here. And for C, both arrows coming from A and B. So that's why in degree 2 and out degree 0. But in case of undirected graph, there are no direction given. So degree of each vertex, degree of A is 2, degree of B is 2, degree of C is 2, because there is no given any direction of going A to B and B to C. A to B, A to C also given, B to C also given, B to A also given. You can see C to B, C to A also given. So that's why all degrees of vertices in case undirected graph in this graph will be 2. Now you should have some points keep in mind, that is a loop which contributes 1 to both in degree and out degree. If all vertices have same degree, then graph is a regular graph. When all vertices have same degree, you can see here it has same degree, so that's why this is a regular graph. If degree of each vertex is k, then graph is called k regular graph, and every polygon is 2 regular graph. Every polygon is 2 regular graph. And example of 2 regular graph, these are 2 regular graph, and this is example of 3 regular graph. 3 regular graph. Now I am going to discuss special names for graph, like Kn, K, M, N, Cn, P, N, K, Kn means the complete graph on n vertices. K means complete. The complete graph on n vertices. Km comma n means the complete bipartite graph with sets of mn n vertices, and Cn means the cycle on n vertices, just one big loop, and Pn means the path on n plus 1 vertices. So n edges, just one long path. Now I am going to give you figure of special named graphs. K5, when we take 5 vertices, you can see here these are 5 vertices, and we are drawing graph. You can see this is one vertices, second vertices, third vertices, and fourth vertices, and draw these lines. Each and every vertices join with each other by different edges. A, B, C, D, E. This is K5. Now you can see next bipartite with 5 edges. First vertices join with this vertices, then this, then this. Now this one, then this one, then this one, and this is called K2, 3. And next one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this draw one cycle. You can see C6. Now next one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. P5. How many edges are drawn? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 into 3, 6. But here main 5 edges, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, this is 4 and this is 5. Now what is isomorphism? What is isomorphism? Two graphs which include same number of graph vertices. First condition, same number of vertices. Second, connected in the same way. Connected in the same way. Are known as isomorphism. There is two conditions. First is two graphs which include same number of graph vertices and connected in the same way are said to be isomorphism. You can say there should be 1 to 1, 1 to 1 and on to function from one vertices to other vertices, that is known as isomorphism. You can see example. We have given A, B, C, D. And this is one graph which is given. Now I have taken all these four vertices A, B, C, D, A to C, B to D, but instead of drawing A to B, I will draw A to D and B to C. This graph is known as isomorphism because there are number of vertices 4, number of edges 4, so that's why this is isomorphism. Graph 1 V1, E1, graph 2 V2, E2. Means function of, you can represent it A dash, B dash, C dash and D dash. A, that should be equal to A dash. Function of B, that is equal to D dash. Function of C, that is equal to B dash. Function of D, that is equal to A to D. Sorry, here you can say A dash you can say this is A and this one is B and this one is C and this one is D. So A's, I will repeat again. function of A is A dash, function of B is B, function of B is D dash, function of C dash, function of D B dash. Okay. Now next, you should keep in mind some points. Isomorphic graph have same degree list. More useful if degree lists are different, then two graphs are not isomorphic. You can see in a previous example, its degree 2, its degree 2, its degree 2, its degree 2. Here its degree 2, its degree 2, its degree 2, its degree 2. And both graphs have degree same, so that's why it is isomorphic. If there is no degree same, then it is not isomorphic. Now next topic is homomorphic graph. What is homomorphic graph? When we obtain a new graph by dividing an edge of graph with additional vertices, the graph G and G star are said to be homomorphic if they can be obtained from same graph. I again repeat, we can obtain a new graph by dividing an edge of G with additional vertices. The graph G and G star are said to be homomorphic if they can be obtained from the same graph. You can take example like this. We have given this graph. Here these are given its vertices: 1 vertices, 2 vertices, 3 vertices, 4 vertices, 5 vertices. This is your first graph. I again draw like this same graph, and I have taken here 1 vertices, 2 vertices, 3 vertices, 4 vertices, 5 vertices, 6 vertices, 7 vertices, 8 vertices, 9 vertices. This is your second graph. Both are homomorphic graph because I have not divided graph in another graph. I have only taken here some additional vertices on same graph. This is known as homomorphic graph. Now next, bipartite graphs. Next topic is bipartite graph. Bipartite graph means a graph G that is equal to V comma E, vertices and E, vertices and edges, is called bipartite graph when its vertices V can be divided, or you can say partitioned into two subsets V1 and B2, such that each edge of G connects a vertex V1 to a vertex V2, like V1, V2, V3, V4. V1 join with B4, B2 join with B3, and B1 comma B3, B2 comma B4. These are bipartite graph. Because we have given V is equal to V1 comma B2 comma B3 comma B4, and V1 dash, that is equal to V1 comma V3. This is one graph, and B2 dash V2 comma B3 B4. This is your another graph. You in simple words you can say, if its vertices can be divided into two subsets, like this is V1 dash graph and this is V2 graphs. Now next is a complete bipartite graphs. Complete bipartite graph. When every vertex of V1 is adjacent to every vertex of V2, like this. This portion is V1 and this portion is B2. Every vertex is matched with the vertex of V2, like this. And this is called bipartite, complete bipartite graph K2, 3. You can see here 3 by 3 vertices, 3, 3 vertices. First I have draw first with these 3, then second you can see, then third. This is called complete bipartite graph. When every vertex of V1 is adjacent of every vertex of V2, where V1 and V2 are two partitioned subsets of vertex set V of G, that is known as complete bipartite graphs. This portion is known as V1 and this portion known as V2. Every vertex of V1 adjacent of every vertex of V2. You can see here. Now next, what is Euler path Euler path is also known as Euler, or you can say Eulerian trial, or you can say Euler walk. It is a graph, Eulerian path, you can say Eulerian path is a path in a graph is a path whose edge list includes each edge of graph exactly once. That is known as Eulerian path or Euler path. Next is Eulerian cycle. It is also known as Eulerian circuit or Euler tour. It is a path through a graph in which initial vertex appears second time as terminal vertex, means starting and ending vertex are same, A, B, C. Start from, this is a start and end terminal. You have start here, go there, C, and then come to A. This is known as Eulerian cycle, Eulerian circuit or Euler tool. And in path you can say A to B and B to C, not C to A. This is known as Eulerian path. Now next is a Hamilton path. Hamilton path is such type of path whose vertex list includes each vertex exactly once as its same Eulerian path. In Eulerian path, we see edge list, and in Eulerian path we see edge list, but in Hamiltonian we see vertex list. It means each edge of graph exactly once. It means each vertex exactly once. In this exactly once vertex, and in this case exactly once edge, means edge cannot repeat in Eulerian path, and in Hamilton vertex cannot be repeat. You can see here again example. Here this is example of Hamilton. When we draw this line, this is example of Eulerian path. Now I again repeat this. Eulerian path in a graph is a path whose edge list include each edge of graph exactly once And you can say an Euler path is a path which uses every edge in a graph without repeats, without repeating. Means starting and ending point is not same. In Eulerian cycle, it is a path through which initial vertex appears second time as a terminal vertex. Means it is a circuit which uses every edge in a graph without repeating, and it must start and end the same point. And Euler path and circuit, it will contain at most two vertices of odd degree. In, you can say, Euler path includes at most two vertices of odd degree. In Euler circuit, all vertices have same degree, sorry, not same degree, even degree. Even degree. In Hamiltonian graph, Hamiltonian path is that path which visit each vertex exactly once, and in Hamiltonian cycle, it is a cycle which visit each vertex exactly once, except for starting vertex, which is visited once at the start and once again at the end. A graph which includes Hamiltonian path is called traceable graph, and a graph which includes Hamiltonian cycle is called Hamiltonian graph. Means that graph in which include Hamiltonian path, that is known as traceable path. Means Hamiltonian path includes in graph that is known as traceable graph. Hamiltonian cycle includes in graph that is Hamiltonian graph. Any Hamiltonian cycle which can be converted into Hamiltonian path by removing one of its edge, but Hamiltonian path can be extended to Hamiltonian cycle only if its endpoints are adjacent. Now, in Hamiltonian graph, there is two types of theorem. First theorem is Dirac's theorem. Second type theorem is Auer's theorem. Dirac's theorem, if graph is a simple graph with n vertices, condition is n greater than equal to 3, and if degree of each vertex degree be greater than equal to n divided by 2. That is Dirac's theorem. In Auer's theorem, if G is a simple graph with n vertices with n greater than equal to 3, and if for each pair of vertices degree of u plus degree of v greater than equal to n and non-adjacent vertices u and v, then G has a Hamiltonian circuit. Now next topic is vertex coloring problem. Vertex coloring problem means we have to find chromatic number. Means you have given this graph. Now we have to find what is chromatic number, or you can say how many vertices will be colored. An assignment of colors to the vertices of a graph so that no two adjacent vertices have same color. Condition is no two adjacent vertices have same color, that is known as vertex coloring. Means if we take here red color, you can see I have fill red color, then I cannot fill here red, but I can fill here red because this vertex is not adjacent of this vertex. You can give name A and B. This is C and D. A and B are not adjacent, so that's why we can take here red color. And other color I have taken blue for C and D. So here how many colors fill? 2. Then chromatic number is equal to 2. Least number of colors which needed to color the graph, that is known as chromatic number. A graph that can be assigned a k coloring is called k colorable and k chromatics if its chromatic number is exactly k. You should keep in mind, if graph is null, then chromatic number of that graph is 1. If graph is not null, then chromatic number can be greater than or equal to 2. Now next point is just a minute. Euler's formula for planar graph. For a planar graph G which embedded in a plane, a face of graph is a region of the plane which created by drawing, and we have one unbounded region and other are bounded region. And Euler's formula for planar graph is equal to V minus E plus F is equal to 2. This is a Euler's formula for planar graph. V for vertices, E for edges, F for faces. We can take one example for solving this equation. This is formula. We have given this graph. A, B, C, D. Now count how many vertices? 4. How many edges? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many faces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now check. It is also wrong or not. How many what are the faces? Unbounded, not we have one unbounded region. How can solve this question? When we check, these are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 faces, 4 regions. 1, 2, 3, 4, and one is unbounded. And how many vertices? Equal to 2. If we implement this formula here, this is wrong. But H is 9 minus 6, 3. 3 is not equal to 2. Just a minute. I will take another example for proving this. 6. I will take another example. We have given a simple undirected planar graph on 10 vertices, in which 10 vertices and with 15 edges. 15 edges. If graph is connected graph, then number of bounded faces in any embedding of graph on the plane is equal to, we have to find faces. F is equal to 2 minus 10 plus 15. 15 plus 2 17, and 17 minus 10 7. But in 7 one face is unbounded, that should be minus, and we will find 6, and 6 is a bounded face, so that's why answer 6. I will discuss related to graph theory previous year question in next video. Thank you for watching my video.